Latest on the weekend storm. The upcoming weather pattern over the next couple of weeks is becoming extremely concerning as the latest models continue to indicate a series of strong, intense, and major snowstorms, followed by blizzards and extreme Arctic cold air moving down from the north. In this video, we will break down all the details storm by storm. Now, taking a look at the latest HR model for our next major snowstorm impacting the Great Lakes and the Northeast. This forecast is for Saturday morning, February 8th. What you're looking at here is the composite reflectivity forecast. The blue areas indicate snowfall, while pink represents freezing rain. Green areas show rainfall, and the beige color signifies sleet. Moving forward, you can see how this storm evolves, especially over Michigan throughout the day on Saturday. In fact, northern Michigan could experience moderate to heavy snowfall from late Saturday morning into the early afternoon hours. Over in Wisconsin, the snow will gradually taper off by Saturday afternoon. This will be a fast-moving system, but areas like northern Indiana, northern Ohio, and Detroit will see a wintry mix ranging from wet snow to sleet and freezing rain. Indiana has already had too much of this wintry mess, as well as Ohio and Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Erie is facing yet another crippling ice storm. Pennsylvania, in particular, will bear the brunt of this icy system, which is expected to cause significant problems. By Saturday evening and into the overnight hours around 10 p.m., snowfall rates will increase dramatically, especially over downtown New York. In fact, New York City is currently under a winter storm watch with 5 to 8 inches of snow expected. Upstate New York will also see snow, though not as heavy as in the city. Over in Pennsylvania, particularly in areas like Reading and Allentown, sleet and freezing rain will bring another ice storm to the region, leading to the potential for widespread power outages. This will be a major event as the system continues moving eastward. Now, looking at the extreme northeast, snowfall will intensify over Boston, Massachusetts. Areas like Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Cape Cod will see a mix of rain and snow as the winter storm moves offshore. By Sunday morning, conditions should improve, though only temporarily, before the next round of snowstorms arrives. Regarding snowfall totals for the weekend storm, here's the latest HR model projection through Sunday morning. Across Minnesota and Wisconsin, snowfall amounts of 4 to 8 inches are expected. Northern Michigan will see between 5 and 8 inches of snow. However, the biggest snowfall totals will be in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, with amounts ranging from 6 to possibly 12 inches in just 24 hours. Due to the heavy snowfall rates, blizzard conditions could develop in some areas, and unfortunately, this is just the beginning. We are tracking multiple intense, life-threatening snowstorms still to come. More blizzards coming. After this winter storm moves through, additional blizzards are expected. Another major concern with this storm will be the amount of ice accumulation, particularly over northern Indiana, northern Ohio, much of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, parts of Maryland, and southern New York. These areas will be near the rain-snow transition line where freezing rain and sleet may develop. The ice accumulation totals are especially concerning in Pennsylvania, where anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of ice may accumulate. Remember, freezing rain consists of supercooled raindrops that remain liquid in the air, but freeze instantly upon contact with surfaces such as mailboxes, power lines, tree branches, cars, sidewalks, and railings. This process, known as flash freezing, is what leads to significant power outages. Sleet, on the other hand, consists of ice pellets that form when raindrops freeze in the air before reaching the surface. Since sleet bounces off surfaces, it does not accumulate in the same way as freezing rain and is less likely to cause power outages. However, it can still create hazardous driving conditions. Across northern Indiana and Ohio, ice accumulation could range from 0.05 inches to as much as 0.25 inches, enough to cause widespread power outages. Sleet accumulation is also concerning in these same regions, particularly in Pennsylvania. Areas highlighted in orange on the map indicate the potential for sleet accumulation between zero point 0.1 and zero point 0.5 inches, which could disrupt both air and road travel. More intense snowstorms on the way. Now that we've covered the Saturday-Sunday winter storm affecting the Great Lakes and the Northeast, let's look ahead at the next major winter storms. Significant snowfall, blizzard conditions, and much colder air are on the way, along with the potential for severe weather in the deep south, including Tennessee and areas farther south. Looking at the European model for the extended forecast, another major winter storm is expected to develop over the high plains on Monday. The system will bring moderate to heavy rainfall across Oklahoma and northern Texas, while on the northern side, where Arctic air from Canada meets the front, heavy snowfall will develop. By Tuesday morning, the snow will intensify over Missouri, with freezing rain and sleet expected along the stationary boundary. South of this boundary, heavy rainfall is likely. Rainfall totals over the next 10-plus days will be significant across Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. For Tuesday and Wednesday morning commutes, road conditions could be dangerous, especially in southern Indiana, Kentucky, the Ohio Valley, and parts of West Virginia, while the Northeast is expected to see only light to moderate snowfall from this second system. The Deep South will experience heavy rainfall. However, this is not the end. Another system will quickly follow. This third storm is expected to be highly active and problematic as warm Gulf air pushes northward and cold Arctic air moves southward. The battle zone between these air masses, combined with upper-level dynamics, could result in extreme snowstorms and severe weather events. By Wednesday morning, another winter storm will bring dangerous travel conditions. This will continue through Thursday with another massive winter storm targeting Indiana, the Ohio Valley, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and southern New York. This storm is already drawing significant attention as it could bring yet another crippling ice event. In addition, California will be hit by another powerful atmospheric river storm, bringing intense snowfall to higher elevations. By Thursday afternoon and evening, leading into Valentine's Day on Friday, extremely heavy snowfall is expected in multiple regions. A very heavy snowfall continues across the Northeast with a major winter storm, while Southern and Central California face a significant heavy rainstorm. This could be one of the wettest storms California has seen in a long time. So, yeah, that's definitely something to watch closely, especially in my home state. Meanwhile, in the Pacific Northwest, additional snowfall is expected as colder air moves in from the north. This same system is going to have a widespread impact affecting Arizona and the Rockies. Unlike other systems, this one will develop rapidly once it reaches the high plains, the northern tier, and the upper Midwest. Atmospheric rivers typically impact only the western half of the nation and don't do much under a zonal flow like this. However, in this case, strong dynamics are at play due to a deepening and amplifying trough over the Rockies and the desert Southwest. This setup will create a highly dynamic situation across the high plains, leading to a major winter storm, heavy rainfall, and the potential for a significant severe weather event in the deep south. The jet stream is expected to dip sharply in the south, creating a flow pattern that will enhance dynamic lift, fueling heavy snowfall in the northern regions of the system. By Sunday morning, February 16th, right in time for Valentine's Day weekend, a massive snowstorm and ice storm are expected to impact the Northeast. This is still far out in the forecast, but based on recent model runs, it has been consistently showing up in the Euro model for the last 3 cycles. Right now, confidence in this forecast is low to medium since we're still 8 to 10 days away. However, if this system develops as expected, it could become the most intense winter storm of the season, the strongest in years. Damaging winds and blizzard conditions could impact large areas throughout Valentine's weekend. And after that, another winter storm. These systems just keep coming, and it doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. Through February 20th to 21st, Multiple snowstorms, blizzards, and crippling ice storms are expected across the Great Lakes and the Northeast. Insane snowfall and rain the snowfall totals over the next 10 to 12 days are staggering, especially for the Northeast, where 3 to 6 feet of snow could accumulate by February 18th. The Great Lakes and Intermountain West will also see significant snowfall. The Pacific Northwest could receive 5 to 10 feet of additional snow, and parts of California may see over 200 inches of snowfall within the next 10 days. This will increase the risk of avalanches, heavy rainfall below the snow line, and potentially over a foot of rain, leading to landslides and rock slides. The European Ensemble forecast, which includes 51 different model members, consistently shows at least 1 to 3 feet of snow for the Northeast. That's an alarming signal from an ensemble forecast perspective. Indiana and the Ohio Valley could see over 6 inches, while Wisconsin, Michigan, and the Intermountain West could receive multiple feet of snow. California appears to be in line for the heaviest totals, with some models predicting 60 plus inches over the next 10 days. Looking even further ahead, snowfall is expected to continue. The National Weather Service's National Blend of Models, NBM, predicts that Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts could receive between 3 to 4 feet of snow over the next 10 plus days. The Intermountain West is also expected to receive several feet of snow, which is good news for ski resorts in higher elevations. Concern over rainfall totals. It's not just the snowfall and ice accumulations that are concerning. The amount of rainfall expected in the Southeast, the Ozarks, and the Appalachians, including Tennessee, is alarming. California is also expected to see heavy rain, but the Appalachian region could be hit particularly hard. The National Blend of Models suggests that parts of northern Alabama and northern Georgia could receive up to 10 inches of rain in just 10 days, nearly an inch to an inch and a quarter per day on average. Even with occasional breaks in precipitation, the overall trend points to an extremely active and impactful weather pattern for much of the northern half of the country. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for my next update. I'll keep you protected before and after the storm.